Demos that I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to do 3D transformations and also a specific kind of 3D transformation called a parallax effect. So this first one, I just want to introduce us to 3D transform. So if you're opening up transform demo, if you want to follow along with me, you can go for it, or you can try this with your own images that you're working with. Right now, I've got 3 images that I got from the same person on Unsplash, and I have them just kind of out, hanging out on the pasteboard. So what we're going to do now is first off, I'm going to take them. I'm going to turn off 3D transform. So this is what it'll look like normally for you when you open up your pieces. I'm going to pull them just over to the artboard. Now with all 3 of them selected, I'm going to go ahead and use that alignment thing that I was telling you about in one of the earlier videos to kind of align them all up on top of each other. So now they're just kind of sitting and they're in the order that they are in terms of the layers. And I'm just going to center this in the artboard. There we go. Perfect. Now, this is what transform normally looks like for you. And you've got your width and the height. I've made sure that all these images are the same width and height. They're all 300 by 200. And where they are in X and Y. So this is how far down they are from the top and how far over they are from the left. And P.S. real quick trick, if you see how like it's changed to this like kind of gray thing, you can drag down guides. Anyways, so they're all kind of just stacked on top of each other. You can see I can move that and it's just there. And basically they're just in the order that they are for the layers. So if I drag this one on top, that one goes on top. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to, again, select all 3 of them. I'm going to hit this guy here. It looks like a cube, right? So that tells me that I now want to do 3D transforms. And you'll notice that now I have this little guy, which tells me I can rotate things on the kind of z-axis this way, that way. So I can kind of, again, this kind of flips things that way. I can flip things this way. So again, that might come in handy. But you'll notice that because they're all at the exact same z point, even though I have all of them, you're just seeing that top image. And the other thing I can do is I can go ahead and move them on the z-axis. Now I am not scaling these images, I'm just moving them closer or further away. I'm gonna undo. So you'll notice, again, I could put negative 100, it moves it back. And if I did positive 100, it moves it forward. And you'll notice the width and height still the exact same. And we've got our rotation. This is our kind of XY rotation, YZ. Sorry, that's XZ, that's YZ, and that's XY. So right now they're all in line, but that's not how I want them to end up. What I would like is to take them and have them be stacked on the z-axis on top of each other. Because as you can see, again, I can move one here and I'll see it all. But when I have all 3 of them selected, you see I still am just seeing the one because they're really all in the same z space. So I'm going to take this one that's on top and I want to go ahead and shift it closer to me. I'm going to go ahead and I can either grab this guy here and move it forward. I'm going to undo. I just want to move it forward, let's say 50 pixels. Flip it. Let's try 150. All right, great. Now I'm going to select the one that's at the back here. I'm going to make this negative 150. Now, you can't see too much because it's all in here, but you can see the outline of it and that it's smaller. I want to grab all 3 of them, and I'm going to rotate them. And now when I rotate them, now when I rotate, I'm going to go ahead and group them. So now I can rotate the group. And now when I rotate the group, you can see how they are. Rotate them that way and a little bit this way as well. Actually want to get them closer together. Let me go ahead and make this guy, let's try 100. 100 is going to be a little bit close to what I want. Yeah, that looks nice. Now I can move the whole group. So, okay, go this way. This way. A little bit, basically you're kind of having a little peek. Okay, terrific. You can kind of see that there is a stack of 3 images. I'm going to grab my artboard, hold down Option or Alt, drag so that I've got a second version. And in my second version here, I'm going to go grab this group and I want to rotate it so that it's a little bit more obvious. And maybe I want to move the whole group up a little bit as it does that. And now I'm going to go ahead and add in my prototyping. I'm going to go ahead and when I click on the group, it's going to go here. I would like that to auto animate to transform 1, ease in and out. I want a ½ second. Great. Now let's see this guy go. Go click on transform here. Hit my little play. Click. And you can see that little movement. So again, this could be useful in your animation depending on what you want to do, that you might want to have things move XYZ. You could have things like become visible or invisible based on their Z movement. If you go into design mode again, you can notice that if you turn something so that it is exactly this little hairline, and then you can have things come into view, which is kind of neat. You have things kind of just 3D. Kind of just 3D. Woo, up here. So that's one thing that we can do. And in the next video, I'll show you about parallax transformations.